strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
Meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after defeating Domon's disciple. He just sits there alone, talking to himself. It's pretty disturbing, actually. But that's not important right now. Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers. Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
Useless.
We'd like to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, are you debt collectors? Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to pay you back as soon as he has enrolled a few disciples.
Huh? Debt collectors? No, we're not here for anything like that. But, it sounds like Yohei and Shingo have gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle.
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication between them. They just hop between ideas and won't stick to anything.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to become a sword master, and even asked Domon to be his sensei.
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his training. In the end, Domon had had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it. He blamed Domon for not seeing his potential, and even declared that he would challenge a disciple of Domon to a duel.
Wait, what? That's not what we heard.
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version. My brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently.
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. That's ridiculous. He just lay there cussing to high heaven all day every day. Some training regimen, that is. Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village entrance more about that. He always has reliable information.
So it's her. The one I've been waiting for is her.
We've come to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, you mean Shingo and Yohei?
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice of Domon's recently. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Wait, so are you here because you heard they're starting their own school and you're looking to sign up?
We're not here to sign up, but we would like to hear more details about the fight.
Well, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Miko Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, he became a whole different person. The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water, mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover, but he was absolutely no match for Shingo.
Is Shingo really that strong?
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, "What a duel. I haven't felt this good in a long time."
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving rather out of character since then.
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he never used to do much except lie around sunbathing all day. But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days. Not only that, but he managed to fell a lavender melon tree with just one kick.
Allô? Allô? Allô, allô? Kelly?
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that.
Ah, ok.
The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped
Hey,
out.
fucking starting
What
game
is
de
that
Warzone
stuff?
is.
Keep that away from me! And then ran off.
Lady Gucci, esteemed exorcist.
Oh, c'est quoi le nom de ton lapin?
Finally, I found you. I found my brother.
C'est quoi t'avais dit au début, Shaquille O'Neal?
Non, cocotte.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now that he has been found.
Reste dedans, Genshin.
Je pourrais bien.
The rain stopped. I don't concern myself with the weather.
Parce que tu te
Ah, bah,
rappelles
pizza.
qu'on avait commencé à débloquer une place, puis après ça, je l'avais dit, je peux pas, je dois me coucher.
Oh, yeah.
Mais là, je suis dans semaine de relâche, fait que ouais, c'est ça.
Look over there.
Semaine de
That's
relâche.
him at the waterfall.
Ouais, je suis en congé, genre.
Ah, c'est l'air!
He's
Attends.
meditating while sitting
On est au mois de
at
mars, là?
waterfall.
Non, on est au mois de février.
Hey,
Hein?
listen. He's talking to himself.
Ben, la semaine de relâche, ça commence pas le premier.
Je sais pas.
How's that?
Damn, il est badass là, il est méchant lui.
Feel it? Can you feel the feeling of manliness?
Puis es-tu bonne ta
Found your
pizza?
own school. Ha! So shallow. How can a manly man aspire to something so?
Au début, je pense que les voix étaient insultés parce que comme j'ai un pot de change,
Please,
comme
spare
son
me.
type.
Spare me. I can't feel.
Là, je suis comme moi, à ta minute, je t'ai donné 6 piastres.
I can't even feel
Ah.
cold
Fait que là,
anymore.
ben, j'ai dit qu'il m'en donne 3 piastres.
I'm gonna die. Yohei. Yohei. Save me.
Non!
Save me.
Actually, j'ai donné 4
Did you
piastres.
hear that?
Ouais.
All the nonsense aside, he's going for help.
Huh? Who goes there?
He stood up, and now he's coming this way.
No, don't come any closer. Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh, poor Yohei. Your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you
Juste
for help.
miette.
Whatever shall we do?
Well,
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about...
I don't know what to tell you.
You don't know. But Yohei,
Oh Jesus Christ.
Your brother is your closest relative, and yet
But I...
As you wish. It's fine by me if you don't want to tell the truth. But after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to...
Ah! All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used a wishing incantation. Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation. Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, sphere. After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills. But because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword. If that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school.
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Yarokami Shrine?
Well, because with the way he's acting now, I was worried. So I was thinking that maybe Lady Guji might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but...
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that has possessed him.
You're right. We were wrong to do what we did. We had this coming.
All right, then. Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt, and then draw your sword.
Ok, allô? C'est fort.
It's the spirit.
See that?
Oh my god.
That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Save me! Save me!
Miko! He fainted! What do we do now?
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Who's this? Ah, a fellow swordmaster. Come on, fight me!
He's coming! Be careful! Force! Useless!
Solidify!
Uh-oh! Fire hazard!
Gather! This will end you! This is order. Stabilize!
Rise.
Stabilize!
T'es en train de télécharger Genshin?
Ah, je vais faire ça pour ma game.
Get out of my way!
Time for a light show!
Ok, vas-y. Aïe, aïe.
That was great! Excellent! What a rush!
Oh,
Haven't felt this great in a long time.
Disappeared! Like, he looked pretty content at the end.
il veut pas pris mon fond de popcorn.
Well, I'm unsure his computer.
We can talk about it later. They're about to
Ben, la
wake
question
up.
est, did I ask?
Hein?
La question est, did I ask?
What am I doing here? Yohei? Yohei,
When
is that you?
did I ask?
Shingo, are you all right?
Yohei, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword anymore. I even beat one of Domon's disciples. I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now. But then I realized I couldn't control my own body. And there was this voice in
Oh
my
my
ear
god, il est pas
talking to me
bon.
constantly.
Imagine crever
I
à
was terrified.
fucking
I
Warzone.
wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about manliness.
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit and it possessed you.
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted your brother until he died of fatigue too.
Thank you, Lady Guji. And thank you for your assistance, exorcism experts.
All right, take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now, having been possessed for quite a few days. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. Remember,
Bon,
this is
mais
the
enfin
price
fini
you
mon
pay.
popcorn au chocolat.
At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture
Ah,
now,
monte mon fils de
don't you?
pute, t'as peur, hein?
Yes, we understand now. We
C'est
won't
ton
do it
camp,
ever
hein?
again.
Thank you, Lady Guji. Thank you, exorcists. We'll be on our way then. Come on, Shingo.
Miko, would they really have lost their lives if we hadn't gotten involved? And if so, why the heck were you so reluctant to help out?
Oh, they would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
So, what was it that possessed Shingo?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you?
Ah! Paimon's got it. It was an Oni.
Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed like it was trying to train Shingo to become bolder.
Huh. Enough. But it seemed like it had the opposite effect.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, you exhausted its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared. Even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body to host the spirit, and it would have left of its own accord. Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that way. Still, the experience may ultimately have been more effective than me scaring them into submission with a little exaggeration.
Whew. Well, the main thing is that nobody got
Colis.
All right, seems like we've wrapped
Oh my
up
God.
everything here. Come on, off we go.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure about that?
You mean you disagree?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that book? Yes, I know the one.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really popular right now.
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually capable of summoning spirits and stuff. And loads of people are trying it.
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
But who wrote this book? And why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? What do you think, Traveler? Yeah, Yohei and Shingo may have been fine in the end, but things got pretty scary when Shingo was possessed.
Lady Yai, I finally found you.
Kuroda, what are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here. Please, take a look.
Let me see. What? We're losing market share?
Yes, overall bestseller, reader's favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beaten in all categories. One book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Both of you, back here now!
Miko? What is it? You have a really scary look on your face right now.
Things just got serious. A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the novels of the Yai Publishing House by every analysis. Just what is... I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our thunder. If this isn't the very definition of intolerable, I don't know what is. I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
Huh? How is this our problem all of a sudden?
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? Oh, am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important in your eyes after all?
Wait, what just happened? Again, you technically have a point, but this feels all wrong.
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on. We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me outside the Yai Publishing House. Life goes on.
Ma game est bientôt presque finie là, je vais le télécharger.
Qu'est-ce qui avait tout fini?
Ma game.
Ok.
C'est ma première game depuis si longtemps. Puis je suis type 4.
Wow.
Why don't you take a guess?
Je suis trop boss.
I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yai Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yai Publishing House with the status of Guji Yai and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous!
Ah, ok, ouais, je vais nous faire tuer.
Wow. Your first guess and you got it absolutely wrong. A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate all the copies?
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient kaidan, or tales of the supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way. That is why the book has become so popular. I think we're going to have a difficult time trying to rein in its popularity while it's the only work in its league on the market. That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next big thing. So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rival's sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Miko wages war. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Wait, Miko, so you want us to write a novel?
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. But let's not forget that I am the chief editor of the Yai Publishing House. I have my ways. I did say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary. Anyway, there is a writer submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into. When you have an idea of what the current trends are, come back and see me. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
The Yai Publishing, the winner gets a huge...
The key to a success when to use illustration. Good illustrations can make up. There's a saying that light novel, the illustrations in a first.
I've been reading light novels these days, though. Everyone seems not only is it a good.
I'll be honest. In most traditional, by contrast, the protagonist is a kitsune who is...
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized.
There you are. Let me introduce the team. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative lull at the moment, but all his past works have been very popular with young people. He's developed a distinct and enduringly popular style. Satomi is Yai Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As for what those names are, well, that's a trade secret. They will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks a first-hand guide to summoning spirits off its perch. So, feeling better about my plan now?
Uh-huh. It definitely makes sense.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences. All very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action. This is the formula that will guarantee good sales numbers. More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
Paimon followed pretty much all of that, but there's still one question. What are we actually gonna write about? For example, we know we need an original core concept, but how do we come up with one?
Before you can answer that question, you have to understand your target audience. Take a first-hand guide to summoning spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune. But to the general public, it's bursting with new and interesting ideas. It all comes down to the size of the information gap between author and reader. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to them.
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our time in Mondstadt and Liyue. But that would make it a completely different genre than a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Is that gonna be a problem?
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experiences. As long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
Alright, let's start with Chapter 1 then. What do you think? No one would ever go for that, no matter how you tried to play it.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9. Is there really flying emergency food in other worlds?
Yo,
How
what
does it
the
taste? And how do you cook it? It's a strong opening, an easy way to grab the reader's attention. Never underestimate the appeal of culinary-oriented subject matter. Food, after all, is a topic that everyone is interested in. Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novels you've read in the past. I think you really understand what we're trying to do here. Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so this deals with that problem.
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2.
Won't that do for now?
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain. Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go. Can't you see that Satomi is waiting?
What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time has come prematurely.
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence, writer's block. It's your arch nemesis for life, appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful!
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break. Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu, and get some kushikatsu for these two. Just the basic kind will do. Don't worry, this is my treat.
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll be getting paid for all the hard work we're doing, right?
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative process will be paid.
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up. Ooh! Does this mean your inspirations come back? Let's see now. The protagonist arrives in Liyue and befriends a young man who doesn't have the money to pay for anything. Only later do we find out that this young man is none other than Rex Lapis himself. With the help of the Qixing and the protection of the Adepti, I am free to roam this vast realm. Is this the kind of cheap thrill that guy was talking about?
I give it a 9.8. The story is fun and action-packed with no dark undertones. Also, there are a great many legends about Rex Lapis. I'm sure it will spark the people's curiosity. I, for one, think there's a sizable market for this. Approved.
Alright, well, let's just hope Jean Lee doesn't mind.
Great. Well, now Satomi can get started on that.
Leave it to me, Lady Yae.
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
The strict Principal Raiden of the Inazuma Academy decided to confiscate all light novels. With the help of Lady Kitsune, the protagonist defeats Principal Raiden in an exam before the throne, forcing the principal to abolish the Literature Hunt Decree. Are we absolutely sure we can publish this?
We can and we will. I think it's great. One thing, though. We'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you the Omamori. Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true. The protagonist uses this spell to defeat the Raiden Shogun in battle. That should do the trick.
Whoa. So we're really going head-to-head with our rival on this one, huh?
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist recites the incantation myself.
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
The content is fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book. I can get the wonderful Ms. Hina to write that. She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. The people of Inazuma absolutely adore her. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yae Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation. Once our light novel is complete, let's meet at the writer's submission event.
Miss Hina doesn't usually do endorsements, but since it's Lady Guji that's asking, we'll see what we can do. With Miss Hina getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come to us hoping to do a collaboration. But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters, and turns down every promotional opportunity she can. Maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, if we can get that endorsement from Miss Hina, you'll definitely get an exposure boost at the beginning. May your light novel sell well and set a new record for the Yae Publishing House.
We'll do our best.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to understand your unique tastes.
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished. Don't you think it's a very descriptive pen name?
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout Inazuma. I'll announce the sales numbers in 3 days.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now. Do you really...
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how a light novelist should be.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck. You've all finally made it. Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves. Multiple sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copies.
Woohoo! That's great!
This level of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work. Most new books don't sell 30% of what you've sold. I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment will follow shortly, and I'll notify you to come and collect it when the time comes.
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
Oh, don't worry. The change is already underway. Shh. Listen to what the people around us are talking about. The conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at Midnight, and your wish will come true!
Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man. No one's talking about that anymore. The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing. I've already memorized all the incantations.
The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune? What's that?
You haven't read it yet? Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. They can make any of your wishes come true. I heard that the incantations in a first-hand guide to summoning spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of Mora and got it, but then one night it all turned to leaves and he developed a high fever. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the discomfort. That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the ones everyone was trying before. Pretty much everyone I know is desperate to try it out. Just waiting for a moonless night.
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Well, feeling less worried now?
Wow, you're right! Everyone's shifting focus! But what's this moonless night that they're talking about? Paimon doesn't remember that detail from the brainstorming session.
This is something that will become very important to us further down the line. All right, it's time to move on to the next phase of the plan.
Eh? There's a phase 2?
Of course. Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh yeah, if we leave him to his own devices, he might just write another guide to summoning spirits. Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for writing it was.
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author. He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki. But when we went to ask him about it, he had no recollection whatsoever of having written the book. Yes, this is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever possessed him actively sought him out. After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi. In frustration, he shouted out, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." After that, he lost consciousness.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So what are we supposed to do?
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? So we can just use its own method to make it manifest itself. And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role. Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
Miko, what is this place?
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive author. This is the place where we are most likely to succeed in summoning the spirit.
Really? But it feels so eerie here.
That seems rather fitting, considering that we are dealing with the spirits of the deceased here. What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally about to meet the true author of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Aren't you excited?
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement.
Come on, in we go.
Hey, wait up! Oh, Paimon's scared. Stay close by, okay? Don't leave Paimon all alone. weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to show?
Probably a scene from ancient Inazuma.
It's a good piece of artwork and all, but it's also kinda eerie. So it's a bit scary. Looks like the artist signed their name.
Let's go inside and take a look.
It's my lucky day.
Right here, right now, right here. Right now. Right here. Show them. Emerge.
Wheel of Life. Opening box of Adepti dress.
Useless.
Right here. Right now. Right here.
Wow, this place is huge! Hey, is that a mirror? There's a really weird-looking stool as well. Wonder what it's for.
Ah, I see. Huh. This setup is quite handy. Saves me a lot of work. All right, go and take a look around. There should be a mechanism somewhere that makes the whole room move. Show them. Show them.
Stabilize.
Right now, emerge.
Order guide you.
Eyes. Right here. A sight to behold. No more games. Emerge. Right now. Emerge. Right here. Useless.
Stabilize.
Show them. Emerge. Right here. Emerge. Right here. Nothing lasts forever.
Fall before me.
Right now. Right. So much for eternity. What a dreadful ending.
You win this battle.
Let's get down to business.
Orders given. Orders received.
This is order. Lament! Here! My blade! How's this?
Now you've got my attention. Show them. Emerge.
Finally,
Come on out. Right here.
Viens game Fortnite live. Aïe, ça fait tellement un bail, j'ai pas joué à Warzone. Dis-toi qu'à ma première game, j'ai fait top 4. Non, ça t'en vient live. Ah, c'est qui est fif. Kelly, ça tend dessus.
J'arrive, je finis ma mission.
Right now, emerge.
C'est quoi le mode que tu veux faire? À part sauver le monde. Ok?
N'importe quoi.
Right here. Right now. Emerge. Right here. Right now. Right here. Emerge. Right here. Emerge. Right here. Right now. Emerge.
Francis, dis-moi à quoi ça sert de regarder les plus poches de la ligue jouer. C'est encore les sticks qui gagnent ou qui gagnent pas, man. Le but c'est qu'ils gagnent pas justement pour qu'ils obtiennent le premier show au repêchage. Arrête d'écouter ça là, pis ta gueule bien game. Ouais, mais on s'en calisse, c'est pas ça qu'il faut qu'il fasse, tabarnak, il faut qu'il perde.
right now. Emerge. Oh, that's quite enough. Right now. Emerge. Right here. A sight to behold. Right now. Show them. Show them. Emerge. Right here. Right now.
Whoa. It's the painting we just saw. It's turning this way along with the whole war. It's getting eerier and scarier.
Okay. Next I will show you a secret kitsune spell. This painting is a swift The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn
T'as-tu
to
fini ta
it.
mission?
Quasiment.
You're up next, little one. Come on, sit yourself down here. Yes. The whole point of a summoning ritual is for a dead person's spirit to possess a... You saw what happened to that Oni samurai spirit. After leaving the host's body, he was only able to maintain his form.
Are we positive that summoning a spirit to possess the traveler isn't gonna...
Oh, you really care about the little one quite a lot, don't you? I'm a little jealous. I wish my friends were caring like that. Anyway, are you scared, little... Sit on the chair, stare at the painting, and relax your body and mind. Try and be natural. There's really no need to be nervous.
It's like she's sitting inside the painting. Huh? Is Paimon saying things?
Recite the incantation in your heart, little one. Also, you'll need to help now. What kind of wish do we think it would take to summon forth the author of a first-hand gun?
Probably something to do with...
Very good. The wish needs to be heartfelt, though, so let me help add a... The book is selling exceptionally well, Traveler, but we're going to need...
The painting is moving again! Whoops!
I never thought the day... What have we here?
We got you! So you were the one who wrote... What are you trying to do,
Huh? What's this? Oh, I see. No wonder this felt so familiar. I've walked right into... You ask me what my game is here? Well, of course. It was to use this incantation as a means for all the souls of the departed yokai.
What? Paimon knew it! You had an evil plan on?
Oh, did you now? I sense, yes, great power within her. Good. Good! With this power, no one shall be able to stand in my way!
Wake up! Quick! Wake up!
It is futile. You shall never wake her again.
Hey! Come on, wake up! Don't let him take your mind! Miko, think of something!
Oh, Rakusai, you haven't changed a bit. You caught on so quickly. Too perfect.
Well, you made the face enough times that I couldn't exactly miss the hint. This is... Look what you've done to this little flying one here. Oh, poor thing's scared witless.
You were having plenty of fun playing the bad guy a moment ago. Now you're trying to blame it all on me?
Rakusai? Miko, you guys know each other?
Yes, we do. Of course we do.
Allow me to formally introduce the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, Urakusai. No, wait. To be more accurate, it's Urakusai's memory.
Memory? But isn't he a spirit?
Ah, spirits, memories. They're just different words to describe the same thing.
Do you remember that recent incident when the Rift Hounds were gnawing at the sacred Sakura's roots? You witnessed human memories leaking from the ley lines, didn't you? Well, since there are human memories, of course there are going to be yokai memories too. In life, yokai possess supernatural powers, and even when they are a shadow of their former selves from a bygone era, they still have the ability to control whether they are visible or not. Typically, yokai memories survive longer in the world than those of humans.
Indeed, indeed. I was wandering around the sacred Sakura's roots when I suddenly heard someone yelling, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." It piqued my curiosity, so I popped inside his body and wrote a novel for him.
So that's how it happened.
Oh, little one. Not to toot my own horn here, but when I was alive, I wasn't just another kitsune, no. I was a mighty and powerful Daiuko. But with this incantation, they can go one last little joyride in the world for a couple of days. Anything they're still itching to do?
But she's trying to say that all the commotion this causes is likely to be a great disturbance
Ah,
to the
ta gueule!
humans.
Disturbance?
Je suis en train de jouer à Warzone. Ben, j'arrive. J'arrive. Ta gueule.
But you know, I actually think that the most admirable thing about human beings is the way that they go out and shape their fate with their own two. As for those who would rather draw on external power than seek to improve themselves. So when you think about it, we're actually doing the humans a big favor. Miko, you agree, don't you?
Yes.
Non, non, j'ai pas dit mort. Non, non, non.
What are you scared of, little one?
No,
Don't
mais...
be deceived by her day-to-day antics. Miko is actually the most powerful yokai out there.
Not only that, Irakusai, but my latest work has beaten that book you wrote, A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, to become...
Of course. You were never one to make extra work for yourself where you can help it. And yet you went to all these lengths to find my painting room. You were always the one to pick a quarrel with me when we all used to get... All right. You win, I lose. Happy now?
I finally get...
I remember when you were just a little girl, always hanging off my...
Irakusai, how much time do you have left?
Not much. That goes for all of us, actually. Everyone's quite content in many ways, but they still can't help but ask, are we ever going to have another Hyakyako?
Don't you... When my bell rings, it means the moonless night is upon us.
Yo, my bad, je voulais pas dire mort. Mort.
Miko, it's been nice catching up, but I'd better conserve my energy if I want to stick it out until then.
M-A-R.
So, I'll be on my way now.
All right.
C'est...
Goodbye then.
Yo, c'est fucking clean. C'est, va voir sur Google. C'est
I've
clean.
been great, of course. Every day is a happy one. Especially these days. Not only do I have my light novels, but I've also met these two delightfully nosy outlanders. And even A is finally starting
Je suis en
to
train de
come to her
connecter à Fortnite, tu vas calmer.
Quite a miracle given how...
Kelly, tu viens-tu?
Quand j'ai fini ma quête d'histoire.
Irakusai, you'd be right
Ah,
at home
putain,
in
elle est
this
longue.
A great storyteller and artist like
Voilà, elle
yourself would
approche
be
à
the
sa fin,
Yai
là.
Publishing House's...
Yo, bon là, c'est quoi ton problème? Ben, yo, c'est toi qui a commencé à l'envoyer chier. Ben, c'est for real.
Are you all there? Here.
Ouais,
like last time,
je
repeat
t'ai enregistré,
after
là.
me.
Je t'ai enregistré pis je l'ai posté sur TikTok.
Oh, you beat me to it. So, your first possession, hmm?
Mais
What
tu
was it
m'invites-tu ou
like?
tu fais ensemble, là? Ouais.
Good. Saves me from having to explain everything again. Hearing Rakusai admit
Mais t'as qu'un
defeat
mute,
has put me in the
imbécile.
mood. Yes.
Kelly, tu
Though they
parles-tu avec
only
la manette?
represent a tiny proportion of the memories in
Tu
the
parles-tu avec la
ley lines,
manette?
it was
Oui.
still, since you've come this far,
Yo,
why
son
don't
micro
you
de
do one
sa
last
manette,
thing for me, hmm?
il est meilleur que le tien,
I'll
bon.
need your help with the...
You cannot be serious, Miko.
Yo, c'est sa manette. Non, mais je veux dire, le micro de sa manette, comparé au micro de ta manette, il est meilleur.
Oh, come on. I'm really only asking you to finish what you started. Besides...
C'est pas tout le monde qui peut se payer une bonne qualité de micro.
Ben, écoute, toi, t'as quand même choqué ton secondaire. T'as quand même choqué ton anglais de 4 ou de 5, là.
Yo, toi, je te rappelle que t'as pas ton français, on est au Canada, qui te garde.
Yo, justement, c'est mieux l'anglais que le français.
Ben, je suis meilleur qu'avant.
Ah, mais Kelly, on a tout le temps de faire une game en entendant?
Je pense pas, parce que j'ai quasiment fini.
Ah, ok.
Well, hello there, my
Ben,
little
elle dit
helpers.
que non.
So nice of you to
On n'a
join
pas
me.
le temps.
As if we had a choice. So, Miko, what exactly? Also, to be clear, we actually have no
Au
idea
pire,
what it even
partir une créale.
It might sound ominous, but to put it
Bon, là, tu
simply,
peux-tu
the
faire de la
Yakiako
craie en
is just a
attendant?
gathering of the yokai. Back in the day at yokai
Tu sais, genre du
gatherings,
frontal
once
crash,
everyone had plenty to
le jeu de
drink.
char, là.
One by one, they'd start soaring into the sky with their yokai powers. They were so
Ta
many
gueule!
of them that their
Ça donne de
silhouettes would
l'XP!
block out the moon. But now, the yokai memories that leak
Ok,
from the
ben, on
ley lines
attend
are
d'abord.
weak. They are no longer able to fly, so I will be
Ah,
performing
t'es
a
fuck all.
convocation ritual for them. When the time comes, they will gather in the sky above all the
Yo,
preparations for the
ok,
ritual
c'est quoi les
are
odds que tu fais
actually
1v1
well in
contre?
advance.
C'est quoi les odds? Ben, c'est quoi les odds
That's the one.
que tu fais 1v1?
Actually, it's
Ah,
not
c'était
a
fuck all.
wish-granting incantation at all. It's a spell to help calm the ley line memories. When that time comes, let's all pitch in. I will
Finalement,
start
tu te
the
rappelles
ritual
le gars là, que
preparations
t'avais
shortly,
été
and
en
at that
groupe
time,
la
I need
dernière
you to
fois,
do
puis
two
on s'avait mis à
things.
rire à cause du problème
Tell
d'un
the
de mes
shrine
amis.
maidens to leave the mountain. During the Hyakyako,
Ben, ça c'était l'ami de ton ami qui rôle, là.
Tu l'as su à ton ami?
Je sais pas, peut-être. Ouais.
Il était drôle en Chris. Non mais sérieux, toi et l'autre, les deux ensemble, c'est n'importe quoi, n'importe quoi.
The memories are normally dispersed and don't pose a threat. But when their energy is concentrated, it is likely to disturb the monsters. They may see this as an opportunity to try and make it up the mountain. I need you to fend them off so that that doesn't happen.
Alright, got it. Then what?
Well, if at that point you felt like coming to the shrine and getting a close-up view of the yokai...
Okay, let's get going.
Ah, ben, je pense qu'il est pas là. Il est dans un salon tout seul.
Ah.
Descend the mountain?
Yep, Miko said the ritual...
I see.
We'll be taking care of a couple other...
It seems like Lady Guji places great trust. Lady Guji's never allowed anyone else to be in her presence. Thank you for helping with the ritual.
Don't worry, we're much stronger. Miko's about to start the ritual. Come on, let's go deal with the monsters down the mountain.
Finalement, t'as le temps de commencer le game. Vas-y, tu peux avec tes ballers, là. Je pense que j'en ai encore pour 15-20 minutes.
Non, bon, là, c'est déconnecté, c'est encore.
En attendant, peux-tu télécharger Genj?
Ouais. Attends une minute.
These monsters look really riled up. Yep. Let's get rid of them as fast. All right, here they come.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Life goes on. Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Evil conquering! Worthless! Worthless! Boring! Useless! Gather! This is order!
Ok, ben. J'ai trouvé un kid troll.
Ça?
J'ai trouvé un kid troll.
Sur Fortnite?
Ouais. Je suis sûr qu'il te pète. Je suis sûr qu'il te pète.
Je vais regarder ce que le monde me pète en vrai. Ah, je me dis pas le plaisir en fait.
Ou juste parce que t'as rien à foutre.
Life goes on.
Solidify!
Nigger.
Alright, that's the last of the monsters. How far along do you think the ritual is? Let's head back to
Ah, j'ai une question pour toi, Kelly. T'es-tu
Ouais,
raciste?
Hein?
T'es-tu raciste?
Non, pourquoi?
Pour savoir. Y'a pas ben de filles qui sont racistes, je la catch pas. Non, en fait. Ouais, il y a beaucoup de filles qui sont racistes. Mais c'est toutes pas mal les boomers.
Come with me. You all right, little one? You look a little nervous.
It's just, Hyman's never seen anything like this before. Wow, they've really blacked out the moon.
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud.
Imagine être lente à Genshin.
But they are good.
Non, mais c'est des quests.
Even after losing their lives in a brutal
Mais fais-en une, pas 20.
Non, mais c'est une quête d'histoire, mais c'est comme plusieurs quêtes dans une histoire.
Ah.
It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment, in reverence I perform this rite.
In reverence, I perform this rite.
To be a guiding light.
The book says, recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
Oh, Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
Murakusai, you asked if I was doing well. Really, every day is a happy day for me. But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course. Just as I thought. Oh.
But the look on your face just...
I'm fine, seriously. No.
Miko.
Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something...
Sure, no problem. Amelia!
Okay. Well, see you soon then.
Treat Miko to a meal. The
Wait is unbearable. How is the next chapter of the miraculous adventures of the traveler not released?
It was quite a surprise when the moonless night finally came.
Yeah, that huge black cloud over Mount Yogo that night. It just seemed to form out of...
But then nothing happened after I made a wish using the method in that book.
Yeah. I guess like novel...
That night was definitely the nail in the coffin for the incantations from novels fad.
Huh? Paimon can't see because she's not out here.
Ah, my little friends. There you are.
Miko, what is this? You started eating without us?
I did, yes. You're paying after all. The thought of being able to eat the most expensive dishes... Ah, boss, see these two faces here? Remember them. They're the ones picking up the bill later.
All right.
What's gotten into you? Come, you have to try this fish. It's found exclusively in the waters around Seirai Island. They shipped it to Inazuma overnight, and it was still alive right up until I ordered it. Or maybe you'd rather try this? I know, I know. If you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too. There are all kinds...
Last time we were here working on the novel, all you ordered for us was the plainest kushikatsu!
Strange. I remember no such... Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal,
Miko, this meal is going to be super expensive!
Oh, don't you worry about that. You can most definitely afford it. They're still printing your light...
Darn it! She tricked us into this! Miko was after our Mora from the very
the way, since nobody's wishes came true on the moonless night, novels with incantations are no longer invoked. So you'll have to come up with something new for the next chapter of The Miraculous Adventures of the... The deadline is looming. I'm counting on you.
J'ai fini ma quest, Pogo.